Can you find it? All right, let's see what's up today. All right, let's see. Fade to Black, Thursday. We got a live stream going on. You got it on there? All right. All right. So let's see if anyone comes into the chat tonight. What's up, guys? It's Wayne from Fade to Black. This might mess things up though with the computer being here. So I don't know if this is gonna totally work. Let's see. Maybe I can move this a little bit more this way. Not that way. All right. How's that look?
This looks good.
Try to get the screen off of there. What's up? Let's see if we can get people to hang out today. What is going on? What is going on? I see Dylan is in here. What is going on, Dylan? What's going on with you today?
He said, what's up?
So first, I want to ask if anyone. Fair, turn it down, please. First, I want to ask if you guys saw the Chevy pickup video where I was trying to give away a free T-shirt.
I have a question. Might be good video idea talking point.
Okay. Okay, I see. You see Yikes is in there? Davinte's in there. Oh, hi, okay. Tint Pro, what's going on, Tint Pro? Slay Z, what's going on with you? You said a question. It might be a good video idea talking point. What do you got going on today? Once again, Dylan, Tint Pro, Slay Z, I appreciate you guys hanging out in the live today. Like I said, I was trying to pre-plan it for Thursday night for just like an hour. See if we had anything going on. See if anything we could talk about as far as tint related. It seems like we were just doing this yesterday. The week went by so fast. It's been crazy.
When did you start tinting? Did you have people sign not responsible for damages?
When did I start?
Release.
Okay. When I started tinting, actually it was just on the side for friends and stuff like that. So I didn't. You know, I hear a lot of things both ways about the sign and release and the waiver things. You know, some people talk a lot about doing tint that isn't legal, you know what I mean? So they say a business that's doing tint, let's say you had a shop, like I do. Some people sign release forms, you know, saying, you know, whatever. Some people make you sign a waiver, make customers sign a waiver. I mean, it seems like it's a lot of different ways you can go. Some people say just do it with the receipt, cash, you know, a lot of different things you can do, you know, as far as that goes. You know, some businesses, you know, will be cash where you can do it. I pretty much tint as it is what it is. I don't have people sign forms. Is this kind of the things that we do, you know, like a light windshield 50% or 20% front match is so common today that a lot of tint shops do. I won't say every, but a lot of tint shops do that. Like I said, I know there's right and wrong, and there's things that other tint shops want to do to cover themselves. But me personally, you know, I don't have people sign things. Now, I tint for a shop over in the Green Bay area, and they have everyone sign a waiver saying that, you know, tint's on your own liability, do as you please. But most of my customers, I try to make a certain point to tell them that Wisconsin legal is 50% in front and 35% in the rear. You know, now with that being said, that's what Wisconsin legal is. So it's your choice if you want to do something different, you know. So I don't have people sign waivers and stuff.
Another
I'm thinking
question.
about it, but I don't have people sign waivers as much.
Two questions.
How much contamination is acceptable in a tint job? Because every time I see a few little bubbles on the inside, but cannot see the bubbles from the outside. That is a good question, and that's one of the things with window tint. There isn't a certain standard to say this is acceptable, this is a pass or fail. You don't have like a pass or fail. Pretty much everything in window tint is if you think that is good enough. Okay, if you think that is good enough, or your customer is happy with it, you let it fly. Like it's really tough. I mean, because you can look at my work or I could look at your work and we might see something. We might see, I might see something. You might not see something, and it's going to be tough. I mean, we all say want a clean install in any customer's car, um, but a lot of times nowadays, I'll be 100% honest with you. Nowadays, what I do is if I'm looking at a customer's car and I see something even before I get ready to tint it, if I do a windshield and there's chips in it and there's a crack in it, I say it is what it is, man. It's not gonna be perfect, Or if I do a really old car and they got trash and stuff around the seals and it's dirt, I tell them, I say this is gonna be tough. There's a lot of trash. I'm gonna clean my best. I'm not gonna get it perfect. I tell them up front, you would think like let's say a 2017 Chevy or Malibu or something should be a really clean install. So you would think as a new car it should be clean, but there is no pass or fail standard. So a lot of times I just talk with my customer. I say, if you see something a week or so later, or anything dries out, if you see something that's really bad, let me know. Because we both know that you tint something, and then when you tint and everything is wet, it's gonna look different than a week or so when it dries out. So I always tell my customers, if you see something that bothers you, bring it back, let me know, and we can handle it.
My other question was for the scammers who go home and then call you saying you scratched their glass or something.
Yeah, that is tough where they're talking about scratching glass, and I try to pay as much attention as I possibly can on a car. A lot of times, what they say is walk over the car first, take a picture of it, before you even start tinting, before you even touch it. Walk over the car, examine everything, take a picture of it. What I generally do is, like I just did a car the other week ago. It was a Ford Fusion. It was white, and in her driver's window, there's a big scratch on it, and I saw it as soon as I rolled the window down. And hold on, and then I looked at it, and I could tell it wasn't anything that I could get off. It was in the glass. So I took a picture with my phone. I proceeded to tint the car, and for her, she probably knew it was there. She didn't say anything. I was gonna say something before she left. I kind of forgot, but I did take a picture of my phone before I tinted that car, so I knew it was there. So walk around the car, take a look at everything, see everything on the car before you get to tint it. Maybe note it, and then proceed to tint the car, or give the customer a text, say, hey, your back window has a big scratch in it. I'm just letting you know right now.
I'm a subscriber and I enjoy your content. What's your tint choice and what do you think of 3M tint?
Tom, everyone. It seems like everyone compares tint to 3M. Everyone thinks 3M, 3M. People always ask me 3M. It just seems like that's just like a tint that everyone's heard of. But there are a lot of good films out there that you can use, and that people, compare to 3M. I mean, there's a lot of good films. I've been dealing with Flex Film and Tint Club for the longest time. In Wisconsin, we tint cars. Half the year is gloomy, half the year is sunny, so our climate is really good. We're not like Florida where they bake tint in all year round, or Dallas or the southern states. Our climate is really good with window tint. I've used Flex Film for I don't even know 6, 7, 8 years, and my customers have no complaints. So I'm not going to be a tint jumper. I mean, I just use the film that I've been using, and it works really well for me. So that I have no complaints from it. So I'll continue to use it until some issue or some problem. But at the same time, I know people that I've networked with that use just different films too. So it could be Lumar, it could be Suntech, it could be different things. And sometimes if I'm on the go and I really need something, or I run out really quick, I might run to them and we network together and grab film. So I've used a lot of different films, but I still like my Flex Film and Tint Club. So that's my go-to.
Tint Pro, especially if they're in construction guys, very dirty tracks.
Oh, I know, man. I had a concrete guy bring his truck to me a couple weeks back. The inside was filthy. Inside was just filthy, and he wanted two windows done. I mean, even on the top of the door was dirty and everything. And it's like, Man, you know, I can only do so much with this car. I'm not going to detail the truck before I tint it, but I can only do so much. So I clean the glass, I clean around the glass as best I can. I laid it in, but if there's a few specks in that glass, it's going to be expected. It was a construction guy's truck. So you know what can I do? You know,
Best advice for a brand new newbie? Newbie?
new best advice for a new.
Yeah.
Which one is that? Who said that?
Um,
I got my daughter helping me, guys. Just so you know, my daughter's kind of reading me messages as we go.
Kip digs?
Kip Diggs. My apology. Question base. Best advice for a brand newbie. Kip Diggs. That's a broad question. I mean, um, my best advice for a newbie is number one is practice, practice, practice. You know what I mean? Practice as much as you can. Start with maybe just doing front windows on like a SUV or something. Just start with the front windows. Practice, practice, practice until you feel really comfortable doing that. And then just maybe start there. And then if you want to try to branch out to offering tint for your friends and family, close friends and stuff like that, work on their vehicles. You know what I mean? And for them, maybe you start off with just a decent price, but definitely check the prices in your area. So when you're and what I would tell people that you're just starting tinting and stuff like that, I would tell them, hey, I'm starting tinting. I like to practice on your vehicle. I'll give you a good deal, but realize I'm new, so I want the practice. I want to really get my feet wet and really get into this. So if you let me, tint your vehicle, I'll give you a good deal. But after a while, as you get comfortable and after you start killing it and just tinting cars, make sure your prices are close to what everyone else is. But right now, just practice, practice, practice on friends and family and people that let you tint their coworkers, whatever. Let them tint your vehicles. Practice.
Have you tinted a 2019 or 2020 Ram 2500 windshield?
Dylan Frazier.
I did one last week and it kicked my butt in the corners.
Yeah.
After a few tries, I finally got it.
Yeah. The corners are tough. I got a video. I have to see if I can find it. I got a video that talks about the corners of windshields. You kind of gotta attack the corners a little bit differently. Let me see if I can find that video for you on my channel. But basically, what I do is I've done a Ram video, a Ram truck. Basically, what I do is what you can do is just lay the corner flat. I'll show you. Let me see if I can link to that video real quick. It's a windshield tip video, and I think it helped to do some of the windshields. Hold on. Let's see. Just wait. Okay, so let me see this video right here. So Dylan, check this video out and see if this helps. I lay the corners flat. So check this. I'm gonna paste it in there and see if you can check that video out real quick and see how I did the top corners. Now you can use that method where you leave the tint hang over the side and you'll shrink into that area, and then shrink all the way past the dot matrix. Just heat it and shrink it flat past the dot matrix. Leave a flap hanging over that corner, and then when you get it all shrink, then you can just cut that corner out and trash the rest. You don't have to do an H pattern on that top corner. But see, check that video out and let me know what you think. That kind of helped me on some of them older Chevys that get really tight in the corners too, because when you make that H pattern, it bunches up a lot in the corner. So try that video and see if that works for you.
Here, I'll tell him what he said. Yeah, it was hard to do the H pattern because the sides of the windshield, there is no much room between the glass and the plastic.
Check that video out. I show you kind of how I leave a flap. I cut the H pattern halfway up the windshield and I leave the flap hang. And you have extra film to just shrink into that corner. And once you get it tight and laid down, then you can trim that out and get rid of the flap. And then, so check that video out and see if that makes sense. Yeah, I did a 2019 Dodge nowadays. And a lot of time now, man, I'm just doing them. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just boom, boom, boom. I just see a windshield. I just go at it. I don't think about it. But now, E46 slip solution. Have you tried adding alcohol? I don't add alcohol. I've been using the flex film stuff. I love this stuff. I'm gonna make a video about this stuff, but I don't add any alcohol. I just use a slip solution just how it is, and I think that comes with time, with learning how tacky your film is and learning your adhesive and how much solution to use. But I don't really add alcohol to my slip solution. So.
This was a one later. Avery Denson is another good cheap tint.
Yeah, I haven't used Avery Dennison. So I never used Avery Dennison yet, so I'm not sure. But he said that Slazy said he cracked the windshield on top of those. You pull string top corners. Okay, yep.
Be really careful with the heat.
Yep. Careful with heat. Yeah, yeah. I try to fan my heat nowadays. I don't just blast the heat. I just try to really fan in the top corners too. Just like when you have your heat gun, just fan it. Just fan it. Like just let the heat blow dust over the area. So I tried that.
Um, Funkin' Slow
He said he
46.
tinted his windshield and everything came out good, but it looks wavy.
Any ideas why?
Wavy. Um, I'm not sure why. What kind of film did you use to tint your windshield with? But I'm not sure why it would look.
Reconnect. Okay, you're right.
All right, so I think we have some technical difficulties, but hopefully we're back. What's it doing?
It's facing my way. Okay, now it's good.
You got it?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, are we back? Are we back?
You only have 8 people.
I know I messed up.
Okay. Oh yeah, oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, I had a crease on the top corner. I was trying to get air under the heat and I bit out, but next thing I heard a loud pop and the entire windshield cracked. Thankfully I wasn't my own yet.
That is crazy. Hold on. Is it? Hold on. I haven't.
It's the second.
Trying to get. No, I don't have. I don't see the stream yet. Hold on. Hold on. We got technical difficulties. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure I get back to the stream. All right. Yeah. See. You know what? I have. I've never broken a windshield. Knock on wood yet. I haven't broken any glass. So, man, yeah, that's. I mean, it is what it is, though. I mean, I haven't broken a glass, but there have been times where I had to pay for a new glass. Okay, when you brought up, I know someone brought up the 2019 windshield. I scratched one earlier this year, so I put a scratch in it doing a windshield. I don't cut on the glass windshield anymore. My buddy would tell you that. So the windshield got scratched, so I had to replace it. So I didn't break it, but I still had to end up replacing the glass. So it happens.
Have you ever pulled out panels? They started popping off mine, and I freaked out a little. I've never seen that done before.
What's up, Colton? Riding around with that bad truck that you got, man. Hey, thanks for coming through real quick. Happy Thursday to you too. No, I don't pull panels. I make sure if you watch my videos, I'll put a Sharpie line, kind of like Ralph Van Pelt. I'll put a Sharpie line. I'll cut just a little bit under that Sharpie line, and I just tuck my film right under the seal. Like I don't pull panels. I just never been a pull panel person. I know a lot of people do, but I just never got into pulling panels, man. I can't do it. Tint conditions, Zach. What is up? What is up? It's going good, man. We're trying to have this little Thursday night tint talk session.
Slays was in.
I'm glad to see you came in.
Slays was in windshield cold when you were heating it. Oh.
Oh, he's asking Slays a question, yeah.
Never mind.
78 degrees outside. Let's see what else is going on. E46. What is up with the waviness?
What's up with the waviness, dude?
Yeah. I was trying to figure out what was up with the waviness on E46 on his question that he had up here, but I don't know. He might have jumped out.
Guess he had a bad look. That's what.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Tinting my Golf R windshield right now.
Your Golf R, nice. How what shade are you going with on the Golf R windshield? $35%. Okay. Nice. Carbon, yeah, okay. I just did a big Ford truck windshield today in 35%. So the truck was something, but we did it in 35% today. So, and it's crazy because it seems that people are really wanting 35%, and I try to stray them away from 35%, but 35 is just getting really popular with windshields. But man, 35% is dark. You know, it gets dark at night. Um, I think it's one of those things where people like to just experience it. You know, I can't tell them, even though I try. I say, hey, 35% is dark. Well, my buddies have 35%, so I think I want to do 35%. I'm like, man, 35% is going to be dark at night. Let me tell you, I've done 35% in the past, and I try to stick with 50 now. I don't know, maybe I'm getting older. I don't know, but I'm sticking with 50%. But 35 is just, it's just getting dark, man. Temporal. Our laws up here are 50% front windshield or 50% front windows and 35% rear, like a sedan or a coupe. So 35, anything from the driver back, and the driver and passenger needs to be at 35% or 50%. Sorry, with nothing above the AS1, nothing below the AS1 line, and definitely no full windshields or anything like that. So those are the laws for Wisconsin.
The, the best way I describe it, it looks like when you shrink the film outside, it looks wavy, but it looks on the outside and the outside inside, but it's a little wavy in the bottom. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got it. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe it's like when I see certain glasses, I was in an angle in a truck today, and I was looking at a driver's door. In a certain angle I had, the glass looked wavy. But if I look on it straight head on, which most of us do, the glass looks straight. So I don't know if that's what you're seeing. No, to be honest, I have seen that in a couple windshields. But you get in a certain angle, it'll look wavy. I don't think that's necessarily the film. I think it's just more visible because you're putting like a color on it. I think I know what you're talking about, but I think it's at a certain angle. If you look, it just becomes more visual, more apparent with tint on it. I think that's what you're saying. But if you're looking directly straight through the windshield and it's not really noticeable, I don't know. That's a tough one, man.
Um, Wisconsin is rough, super light. If I was done recently, I could just be the current from water drying.
Curing, yeah. Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
I got 35%.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Slow.
Well, tint conditions. What's your laws over down where you are? What's your laws? I'm curious because I see you post sometimes. You'll say legal tint or something. So what is your law?
Is that funk?
Tint conditions.
No, is it funk though? Am I pronouncing it right? Funk
Yeah, on a certain angle. It's no, it's like effing slow E46.
Okay, I'll just say that. I did windshield and Avery and R, and it looked literally looked like I was looking into
Avery.
Yeah.
Avery NR. That's crazy. I haven't seen or used any type of Avery, so I don't know. But like I said, maybe it was the film that you did the BMW front windshield with. Like I said, maybe just like he said, maybe it's that film. It's like I use the same film pretty much most of the time, and if I haven't seen it, I probably won't see most of the film that I use. But okay, so because it said 50% fronts, and then anything on the rear. Yeah, so no, we're supposed to be 35% on the rear. I mean, with that being said, most people usually do a 20% or we go darker, but yeah, laws is 35% in the rear. So that's pretty crazy.
All I use is Avery near and haven't had that issued rear. 25 fronts and 5 in the rest.
Tim Pro, you guys can go dark too. But where are you located, Tim Pro? That's
really dark.
I forgot, Tim Pro. I apologize. I know your name when I see you on Facebook, but on Tint Pro business name that is get confusing. But I know.
That's 4 thumbs up and 14 watching.
We lost one. 13 now.
What?
It says 13 on there now.
Mine says 14.
Oh.
Your phone says.
Solar control. See, because solar control, I've never used solar control. Windshield is 70%. A lot of people don't like. Yeah, I try to recommend. Okay, you're in Texas. Okay, I try to recommend people do 70% just for that heat factor and stuff like that. I feel like 70%. That's why I made that one video. Why you need 70%? I feel like 70%. Anyone across the board can do 70%. And I mentioned it to him too. I'm like, If you don't want color, you still want something on your windshield, do a 70%. Even though it's pretty not noticeable, but it'll give you that I mean 70% ceramic give you that heat blocking factor and stuff like that. But I recommend 70 to a lot of people.
I'm in Florida and it's 20 in the front and anything in the back. Slays.
Wow, that's crazy. 20% for us. See, Florida, they let you get down with some tint in Florida. That's crazy.
I thought 25 was really dark and 5 in the rest.
Oh,
5 is
that's
dark.
pretty dark too. Yeah, that's pretty dark.
That's really
Uh, so 20% fronts, anything in the back. Yeah, that is crazy. So you guys, I'm curious if you guys post. I know we got a couple people post about what brand film they are using, but do you want you guys, if you have a second, post what film you are using in the comments real quick. I'm just kind of curious. E46 says Solar Control. Slazy, I know he says Avery. See, Tip Pro, see, that's the thing. No matter what, like, the laws are, people always want to do something different. If your your laws are 20 and 5, somebody's gonna want to say, "Oh, I want to do 5 all around," or "I want to do 20% windshield." I mean, that's just the way it goes. Everyone wants to do something different. Hey, I know a lot of people use Solar FX. I don't. A lot of people rock with Solar FX. But Colton, how much are you doing lately? Because I didn't. I kind of wonder sometimes if you still going at it, going really hard with tint and vinyl, or you kind of taking a little lay back from it. I kind of wonder. Is real rocking with flex film? Okay. Yeah, I know they don't care. That's what I'm saying. It's the hard part. People just want what they want, and if you tell them, "Oh, bro, I can't do illegal. I'm gonna only do legal," then he's gonna go down the road to somebody else. I mean, it's a tough call. You know what I mean? It's tough. Hey, I don't hate on nobody or any film. Use what you feel comfortable using. Um, I have never messed with any Lexan, but I know there's a lot of people out there that are using Lexan film. So I can't say nothing about it. I've never used it. Puremax Nano Carbon and the ceramic customer like, boy, if you use the film and they love it, then you're good to go. Don't let anybody tell you different. It's kind of crazy. I remember a while back. I think one of the things that's hard with new people tint, you're always wondering if another tint's better. Like, I'm gonna try this film, or I'm gonna try Reno, or I'm gonna try Solar Effects, or I'm gonna try Matico. I think people drive yourself crazy. Like, your customers generally just want their car tinted. It's all in your head what you're supplying. They don't. My customers don't even ask me what film I'm using. It's like, I want a 20% on my truck, and can you do a 5% visor? That's it. They don't. A lot of people generally don't even ask me. It's like, I think we drive ourselves crazy. Oh, is that film better, or should I use this film better? I think if you can find a decent film for your price point, and you don't have no problems with it, just roll with it. That's when I finally got to the point where I said, I'm not messing with all these different films. It's just one less thing I gotta focus on, in my head.
Lexan is the cheap stuff, but bad is bad, but the higher grade is compared to any top manufacturers.
Manufacturer. Okay. Yep. Yep. Hey, Colton, you're in a good position then. You got the regular gig, and you can say, you know what it is, and I'm gonna go tint. I'm gonna work up some money and stuff. Hey, if you're in a good position, do it. I hear you. Ain't nothing's wrong with that, because you got that truck looking real nice. So I hear you on that one. E46 said he uses Lexan. Okay, see that, I know a lot of people have been using Lexan. Like, I've heard a lot of stuff, but
And it's fire.
and it's fire. So I haven't messed with it, but you know 3M with ceramic and medium grade and Solar Guard medium. Other one that I don't want to mention as a super cheap one. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. See, I thought about that too. Like, some people saying have a low grade film, a better grade film, and a best. I generally just do better carbon, best ceramic, and I just do like flex film ceramic or Tint Club ceramic, and I'll do flex film for my carbon, TerraFlex carbon for my better, and that's really the only two that I use. I just do it like that, and I just charge my prices accordingly.
Wayne is exactly right. Most tinters constantly shop and stress themselves out. 1 out of 10 customers even know what you're talking about, even after they ask you what brand you're using.
Right, right. No, I think that's one of our struggles as like let's say a new tinter in the game. We're reading all these groups, we're looking at all this stuff, and we're like, we see someone talk about a film, and oh, I just installed this film on a car. This customer loves it. Oh, I saw this film, and then you get to thinking like, man, maybe my film is not that great. Maybe I need to try jump ship on a film. But man, if you got a nice film and you like the color, like I like the color of like the Terraflex. I like the color of the Tint Club carbon. So I mean, it's a dark black. It looks good on a car. It looks dark when it's tinted. I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm not gonna keep. And other things too, like where you're located. If you have a tint shop that gets you your film in a day or something, compared to being like all the way across the country. I mean, I think it's different factors than just saying, "Oh, I want this film because everyone's using it." I mean, I got 2 day shipping here from Georgia. If I order on a Monday, I'll have it Wednesday. I mean, it just works for me. Yeah, hey, I get it, 10 Pro. If you want to have, you have the variation and it works for you. I mean, it just, I just never did. I'll do a carbon line, and then I'll say if you want ceramic, it's this. But I've heard about a lot of people saying, I'll do this film. I'll do a dyed film, let's say for $100, and then I'll do a carbon for 150. I'll do a ceramic for two. You can have that price, adjustments and different films. I tried doing some of that, and it's just too much. I gotta have all this different film in stock, and I just kept it simple with the better and the best, and generally I'm good with that. So.
I switched to Lexan when COVID started because 44.2s kept running out of Avery.
Yeah. See, now you were in a position where you had to do what you had to do. And I guess if it worked out for you, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. I know. I think Flex Film had a situation with 20% for a little bit. So then what I did, I just kind of switched to 15 for a little bit, and doing front matches and stuff like that. 15 generally will be pretty good on a truck, but you know, um,
How many years have you been using Flex?
I've been using Flex Film, man, 10 positions. I've been using Flex Film probably for pretty much my whole time I've been tinting. Um, I started with this tint that was off of eBay, and this guy was saying that he supplied all these tint shops. And at that point, I was just doing friends cars and stuff like that. And then I talked to another guy named Colin Christmas. He's always on the groups tinting. He told me, hey, call Ralph over there at Flex Film, because I don't know, for some reason Flex Film just jumped out at me, and I was thinking, man, he has a bunch of tints, he has this and that. So I just hit him up one day, and he's like, oh man, we'll supply you film, and they started shipping me film, and I started buying from them, and then I just kind of stick with them. I didn't feel the need, like, Lumar, they make you have a buy-in 3M on some places, like buy-in like that. I just like Flex, I could buy what I need when I need it. Um, but then some people were doing like Express and Global, and I had another buddy like Colton, him and his brother, rest in peace. They were doing Solar Effects. But I don't know. I just always just stuck with Flex Film. I mean, the girls over there are really cool. Their customer support is awesome. If something happens, they'll own up to it and say, "Hey, Wayne, I'm sorry." They'll get it fixed, corrected. Ralph will call you himself and say, "Dude, hey, if you had a problem with something, let me know." I mean, it's just been really cool. So I've always just stuck with Flex for pretty much a long time, a long time.
So we're just waiting for the next one.
And then I think the Planaflex ceramic, it shrinks like butter. So I mean, you put your heat gun on Panaflex, and just this film just melts right down. And Ralph is always trying to perfect his film and look after his film and make sure it's good. So I don't know, man. Like I said before, this is just me. I can only talk about my experience. I'm not gonna say it's better than anything or whatever, whatever. But I think everyone has to just feel comfortable with the film that they use and just go ahead and knock it out. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's about getting the customers hooked up, a nice looking film, and something that you feel is not gonna go bad in a couple years. If you know it's gonna go bad, then definitely you don't want to be installing that stuff, man.
I love them all over at Flex Film. Cool people.
Yeah, they are really cool over at Flex Film, no doubt. I love to go down there one day and visit and hang out and say hello. But yeah, They hook you up. I mean, they constantly. I never had a problem. No doubt. So man, I definitely appreciate you guys hanging out today. Like I said, my goal is to try to do live stream every Thursday if possible. Just talk tent and see what's going on. I appreciate you guys supporting Fade the Black channel. My channel is so much just off of ideas I have in my head. Like if I can help somebody out, you know, I will. See, this is one of the things that we got to talk about one of these weeks on uh on the Fade the Black Thursday Night Tent Talk, because some people feel like talking and showing people things is like the end of the world. Like you shouldn't be showing people our methods and stuff like that. I agree. Like your customers, my customers come to me that watch my videos and they say, I come to you because you look like you know what you're doing. I've seen your videos. You have all these stuff on cars. I'm pretty sure you know how to tint windows. I'm like, well, I appreciate that. So videos can go in either way. If there's some guy that's your competitor, and I know we could have beef with people and stuff like that. I understand that, but all the people around me that tint, man, we ain't competitors. We're all peers, man. Premier, anyone else, Solar Optics in Green Bay, um, Auto Skins. I mean, everyone around me, I'm totally cool with. I mean, if they need help, I wouldn't mind going to their shop helping them. So making videos to me is just, I like to do it for entertainment. I like to do it for entertainment and for you guys to watch. And I like watching tint content. It's like you like watching tint content because I eat, sleep, and breathe window tinting. So it's just I just make content for us to sit back and watch. Try to add some humor to it, and it's just thoughts off the top of the head that. And I like to make videos, or hopefully I can show it to my customers so they can have more of an understanding. You get the common questions like, oh, what color for a front match, or how low can you go with your visor? You just make videos on that, and I send them the video, and they can hopefully have a better understanding.
I've been using Flex Film for 2 years. Retro and Planta Flex never have a issue in Hudson, Texas. Haven't you
Houston.
had any issues with the film?
No.
Any other issues?
No, Juan Flores, I haven't. Like I said, I haven't had any issues with it. So that's why I think Ralph is constantly checking on his formulas for his adhesive and stuff. I think he's constantly doing work to make sure he gives a good, make sure he's giving out a good product. So I know I haven't had any issues with Flex at all. So like I said, I like to use Flex Film. I've been using it for a long time. Those are always my go-to people. When I need film, I call them up. I order it online, and like I said, I haven't had any problems. So, but I usually use the TerraFlex and then Panaflex. So.
I love tinting as a hobby on Saturdays and Sundays. It's thanks to you guys that made me want to try. I've been booked every Saturday, at times Sundays, and the best part is that I can break and drink.
Take a break and drink.
A beer and say, man, I love this hobby. I make more money doing this than construction. And now, does not work 8 hours.
Hey, E46, I'm going to tell you, like, depending on how you book your schedule, I mean, I used to, for 10 years, I mean, for all my life pretty much, but for the last 10 years, up until a few years ago, I worked 5 to 1, every day. Every day I go in the shop, I work 5 to 1, and I used to tint on the side too, So it's rough kind of being in Wisconsin because our winters slow down. But I mean, now thankfully I have some awesome people that are around me. I got people that I contract for, and I got people that let me tint out of their shop. Kurt AutoWorks over in Freedom, and they send me work. I got my own work. California Dreams in Medford, he lines up people for me. So I've been really lucky in the A&K Truck in Green Bay. Like I said, a lot of places around. I've been lucky that I try to do as best work as I can do, and they feed me work too. So then I have my own customers as well. And you can have some good days where you might make $600, in a matter of hours, and that's awesome. You know what I mean? I couldn't make that working my 9 to 5 in a day. So it's really your potential, sky's the limit for what you can do. You market well, you get out there, word of mouth spreads, and hopefully, things take off. So that's cool to hear, man. That's really cool to hear.
I made it. Thank you, brother, for your time. You smoke the hash or series. I have great stuff. Yes.
Where is it? Where I made it? I didn't see that.
Oh, it's Secret Asian Man. So like.
Oh, I don't see him
More on
on
the
here.
top. It's just.
Oh, okay. Secret Asian Man. What's up, dude? I didn't see that. Okay. No, E46. Where are you located? I'm just kind of curious.
How can you tell which side is liner side and film side without having to fight the film and separate it? Sorry.
You know what? Are we still in?
Yeah, we're still live.
Secret Asian Man. You know what? See, that's the tough part for me because I mean, well, it's not a tough part, but let me explain. My rolls usually from flex film they come out. The liner's always on top. Liner's always on top. So I just get really used to that. You know, liner being on top. Now Lumar, their liner is it's reversed. Their liner is on the inside. So if you unroll a roll, the liner's on the inside and the tint is facing you. That really throws me off because I'm used to just unrolling my film all the time like this and have the liner on the outside because I double cut everything, all my roll-ups I double cut. So I always want the liners to be on the outside. And so sometimes even with the Lumar, when I go to my buddy shop, AutoWorks, I'll bite the film and I'll try to make sure. And sometimes I end up doing it and the film is just flipped. It just throws me off. So if you get used to your film, then you always know that it's on the outside. And usually it's always the same, always on the outside, you know.
Like the stream, God shows support.
Hey, I appreciate it, California Cook. I appreciate you hanging out. Like I said, this is just rolling off the top of the head, just talking about things. It ain't no scripted stuff. We're just talking. We're just vibing. Tint talk Thursday night. Tint talk for a little bit. And that's all it is. Cali,
Yeah.
10 minutes away from Disneyland. Hey, I need to get over by you, man. Hit Cali up. 10 minutes away from Disneyland. Cali's all kind of stuff out there.
3 minutes is now like that.
3M. So 3M rolls from the other side. You know, I've honestly never ever seen a roll of 3M film. I never touched it. I've never installed it, so I can't even say anything about 3M. I've never even seen it.
Can you fix up the War Series wagon? We need a custom design.
War Series wagon. I don't know. I can't follow you on that one.
And
Solar Guard as well. Solar Guard. Okay. Yeah, I've never messed with Solar Guard. I got a buddy Ron. He used to install a lot of Solar Guard. But I've never messed with Solar Guard. So I don't know. So Macho Chimpin, what is the War Series wagon? I'm curious on what that is. War Series, great marketing skills.
43 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah.
That's that one.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what the War Series wagon is, but you gotta update us with some more info on that one. Maybe some window tints while you're at it. Okay.
Thinking about buying a 100-feet roll of Flex Cool Max for 20% for windshields. Do you think it's worth it?
You know what? I have sold a lot. I've sold and installed a lot of 70%, but the problem is I don't promote it enough to tell people about it, and that's my downfall. My downfall is I'm not a big upseller. You know, my thing is usually giving people what they want, and I should be saying, hey, do you want to add a visor on there? Hey, do you want that? My buddy Kurt is really good at that, but that's my downfall. So a 70% windshield, I think if you can promote it or you put it on your car and show people, they'll probably love it. So I think it's when you buy it and put that investment into it, you got to push it or else it just sits there and does nothing.
Great
I usually always have 70% on my shelf ready to go because I'll buy maybe 50 feet of it and I can do like so many windshields. I think it's an awesome product. I just did that black Toyota. Well, I'm not sure if I made a video on it, but I did a black Toyota new 4Runner. I did the whole windshield. I did the sunroof all in 70%. They love it. But yeah, no, I think you really have to push and promote and show people that it's a good film, you know, and a lot of people I think would buy it.
Where's your company based at? Maybe I can drive down and give you a checkout.
I'm located in central Wisconsin, so I'm not sure where Macho Chimp. I'm not sure exactly where you are, but I'm in central Wisconsin. A McLaren. Okay, see, yeah, no, we don't have no McLarens around here, so I mean, we don't see things like that driving around.
Great films, bro. I've been using it since 2003. They're talking about the Cool Max of 70%.
Oh, you're Wisconsin? Okay.
Awesome. Thank you for the info.
No thanks needed, man. No thanks needed. Thank you for jumping on the stream and yeah, just hanging out for a minute. Um, Wisconsin. So what city in Wisconsin are you at? So if you so do you?
I'm not in PA.
We're in Marshfield, Wisconsin. I go from Marshfield, I go over to Green Bay, and I go over to Freedom. Well, it's pretty much a lot of areas, but then I go to Medford. So I'm pretty much all around northern central Wisconsin area. I live in central Wisconsin. The Great Jackson's out here in PA. What's going on, the Great Jackson? Appreciate you stopping in for a little bit. Warseer. I've never heard of a Warseer. Oh, you're in Madison. Okay, yeah, you're not too far from me. You're not too far from me. Yeah. I got a cousin that lives over in Madison. Yep. Yeah. I can hear your tablet. Can you turn it down? So let me get you correct. So you drive a McLaren Macho Chimpin? Or I'm just trying to be clear here. Oh, okay, wow, okay. So yeah, we don't see those type of cars around here, man. Hey, I primarily tint trucks, trucks. I tint so many trucks, I couldn't even tell you how many trucks I've tinted. I've tinted a lot of trucks. So trucks, I got trucks down to a science. Big windshields, big windows, rear glasses. I tint so many trucks every day. So sometimes I get excited when I get to tint a Malibu or something because I'm just tinting trucks all the time. 85 miles an hour. That is crazy. That is crazy. Hey, I'd love to see that car. If you ever get a second, email me at paytheblackllc at gmail and send me a picture of the car.
What's your hardest back windows you've ever done? Okay.
Hold on. Send me a picture of the McLaren when you get a second. How did I end up in central Wisconsin? So Kip Diggs said, how did I end up? Let's get to the back window real quick. But I ended up in central Wisconsin because um, I'm from Racine, Wisconsin, and then my wife moved to Milwaukee, and then we dated in Milwaukee, and then she moved up to Appleton, and then when we got married, I moved to Appleton, and then she wanted to move back to Marshall because she's from Marshall, so then we moved to Marshall. So we moved around a little bit. So that's how I kind of got here. Um, the hardest back windows I've ever done. That's a tough one, man. Those GTIs, a certain year GTIs, a little tough in the corners. Those get to be a little tough. The Volkswagen Beetle, a lot of people talked about how the older ones are tough. I did one a couple months back and I knocked it out. I'm gonna tell you the hardest one. What is that? The C8 Corvette, like a 2007 Corvette. I tried to help Jesse over at Premiere. Man, we must have tried to do that window like 4 or 5 times. I could not get it. Okay, I'll be real talk. I could not get that window knocked out. So then I wanted to go and help him. I wanted to knock it out. I said, I've never done one before. I'll come over to your shop and help you. And I tried. I tried with my film. I tried with his film. I could not get that C8 or that Corvette glass to work. And then later on, he did it. And I said, how'd you do it? He's like, I just kept messing with it. I did this. And he knocked it out. So props to him, man. But I just couldn't get it. So that still bugs me because I never knocked one of those Corvette windows out yet. But like a 99 Trans Am, I can do that. Or an older Camaro. I can knock those out, but oh yeah, that I still gotta knock a Corvette out. I haven't done it yet.
How do these dang super chats work?
Oh, Jeffrey. Well, the super chats work like this. If you see down in the bottom, you got that little dollar sign in there. You hit that dollar sign, and you could just kind of give a donation to the YouTuber. You hit that, and it just goes out of your Google or whatever you have associated with your thing. So that's a super chat. That's what it is. It's just giving it back, kind of just giving back a little bit of donation to the YouTuber. Hey, I just appreciate you guys being here. I just appreciate you guys watching the video. To me, that's enough. So I appreciate it.
Have you used the traffic flag?
TerraFlex. I have used that. The TerraFlex Black, from what Ralph said, is supposed to be just a 20% film with a little bit of a darkness to it that just help match his front better. Sorry, that will help to match a front match better, like a pickup truck or something like that. It has a little bit tint more of a black, and it's just supposed to really just blend in better for matching fronts and stuff like that. I've used it. I just ordered from Flex Film a little bit ago, and I didn't order anymore. Yeah, is this supposed to be a really good film that you could use when you're matching fronts to rear, like a pickup truck or something? So yeah, I have used it. It does look pretty good, um, because I think it's supposed to be something in between. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's supposed to be something in between like a 20% and like a 15 or something. But I don't think he renamed the color shade. But it's just meant to really match, to do a match better. So I think that's what it is. Cold front and penguin.
I'm going to give you $5.
Thank you. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Cold front and penguin coming through representing. Hey, I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate you doing that. That is very cool.
Um,
I'm waiting to get that McLaren pick from Macho Chimp, and I'm trying to see that. I'm gonna have my email here opened up, wait to go.
Thanks for responding to my question on your video an hour ago.
Oh, no thanks needed, man.
Question dot dot
Dot matrix.
yeah. How do you handle that problem?
Well, I guess it kind of depends on what you're saying is dot matrix. Like usually around, like let's say a Chevy Malibu around the edges on a back window or something. I just clean as best I can do, and then I just lay the film and I let it go. I tell my customers it is what it is. I don't think there's a guaranteed definite way to get the dot matrix to be perfectly black all around. I mean, sometimes you can have dot matrix lay nice all the way around a car, and then you get to this side and it looks silverish. And you squeegee it out, and it still looks silverish. I don't know. I'm not a scientist on a dot matrix, so. But what I see is like the Ford Fusions, the Ford what are those cars? The Ford hatchbacks. Those rear, what are those cars called? I'm drawing a blank. But those Ford, I seem to have like on a Ford back glass of a car. Like I just did a Lincoln MKZ yesterday. Those cars seem to have the Ford dot matrix seems to be one of the worst ones. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I don't. This is nothing really I can do to get those to look that well. Now, if you're talking about, let's say, like a Honda top or a Ford Fusion the top, when those big areas of dot matrix, now those can be sketchy. I've tried some glue or older BMW coupe. I've tried glue and stuff like that on some of those. It's a little bit more messing around with, but generally you don't get those cars that often. So I just kind of let it go. It is what it is. I tell them if it bothers them that much and they want to bring it back to me, I can kind of go another step and try to put more energy into it or see what I can do. But I tell them generally a dot matrix is kind of almost is what it is. Now, like I said, if it depends if it's a Ford Fusion and you got that big area, you could maybe try some dot tricks, or you can maybe try Elmer's clear glue and try to do all that messing around, or you can try sanding it. I mean, it's so many different things, but I generally don't like to do all that. Yeah, I mean, yep, you could sand it and stuff. I mean, you could do that, but I generally don't.
Took the picture when I got car last week.
Okay, let me pull up this little email and check this out. Oh my goodness, look at this car.
Whoa.
This car is crazy. My
Let me
God.
see if they can see it.
Look at that. No, we're good. They probably should be able to see it. So
Yeah.
yes, the McLaren is beautiful. It is beautiful. But I would not be driving this down alleys at 85 miles an hour. This thing is way too nice. This thing's nice. This is, man, I've never even, yeah. Hey, if you ever want a long road trip and you want to come up to Marshfield and hang out in the McLaren, hey, doors are always open. That is a beautiful car, man. Congrats to you. Congrats to you. That is awesome. I bet it felt good to be able to achieve that and to be able to get it. So that is beautiful. Yes. Well, hey, if you have a collection, then maybe we need to come check your collection out.
Facebook link. Any snow there yet?
No snow. I'm hoping the snow can hold off because I don't want to deal with that. Do you use slip tape on your plastic car print scratches or just sand them? Cold front and penguin. Generally, I sand them, but I make sure to use, let's say, certain cars in certain places that don't scratch. I'm not gonna, if I have to go try to fix something in the middle of a back window, I'm not going to use a hard card. I'll use a soft squeegee. If I got to do something in the cracks or the seals of the inside, I make sure I just kind of position my card in certain ways. I mean, it's nothing worse than having the film all laid in and try to fix something and scratch it with a hard card. Oh, that's just messed up.
Um,
Send
thanks,
down the
guys.
whole
I'll
lot.
give it a try. I'll give it a try from
E46.
Um,
E46.
I'll just say E46.
Hey, Mancho Chippin. Hey, I'll have to try to see if you're on Facebook so I can uh, see what you got going on, man. I love cars. This is one of the reasons why I like doing this because I get to see other people's cars and help them with their projects. In the garage right now, I got a Cobalt. A lot different from a McLaren, I know, but I got to wrap it, do some carbon fiber wrap on it and stuff like that. So I'm thinking about maybe I'll make a little video on that. I don't know, we'll see. But it's just fun to help people with their projects because I've loved cars since I was a little kid. So I love just messing with stuff.
I bought it out.
You bought the lot out. Okay, I'm really curious. We have to take this offline and kind of talk about what you got going on.
Not on Facebook. I'm an older man. We don't use much social media
Well, hey.
profiles as much.
Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here on this social media platform, sharing with us what you got because that is very cool.
Answer.
I don't know what that is,
I think he's talking to them.
but I don't know who that person is though. But no, I appreciate you jumping out here with us, hanging out, because this McLaren is insane, insane.
Do you like modifier in cars?
Oh yeah, I love messing with cars, man. I love everything that I get. I gotta do. Like Secret Agent Man, did you see my truck video that I posted? Um, I mean, even since my daily, I've still done a lot of stuff to that truck. I mean, tint, rims, vinyl, different headlights, LEDs, lowering it in the rear. This my Impala has the blacked out wheels, has a roof wrap, has a window tint. Um, just little things like that to it. I mean, I'd love to dig into stuff a little bit more, but I drive my car so much all over. I don't want to get too crazy. But remember, I got the 87 out there. We've done the whole undercarriage on that. We got 24s on that. Of course, I'll be tinting it when that comes up. I mean, everything that we have around here is modified. Even the RV is modified. So yeah, I love messing with it. See, I've never been a big engine guy though. I've never been a big engine guy.
Your real Dr. Phil.
Yeah, I've never been a real engine guy. So we got some spam going on. So I'm gonna try to check this spam. I don't know what's going on with that.
Which one?
Don't fair. Just chill for a minute.
Sorry. My man.
People spamming me. So okay, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Spam?
Yeah. See, somebody some spamming some stuff. So
Is it the real Dr. Phil or the
all right. So like I said, man, I appreciate you guys all hanging out. I greatly appreciate it. So now what do we got going on here? Some craziness.
We're gonna end the live. Oh yay,
Cold from Penguin, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Both you, Matt, and Patrick, for all your insane.
Hey, Matt inspires me too. You know what I mean? When I see Matt with his streams and stuff like that, I mean, Matt has it going on. So he inspires me too. I love seeing stuff that he does. I mean, he has it so hooked up. Even his shop is just awesome. I mean, I'd love to be able to adjust my shop and stuff like that to make it look good, or the area that I work out of. So, yeah, no, I'm trying to work on stuff like that.
I don't owe you anything.
Yeah, fair. We don't have to.
Sorry.
But no, I guess I appreciate you guys being here tonight. We're up to like an hour. Like I said, hopefully we can do this every Thursday. Man, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys supporting Fade the Black. Like I said, I'm just a small guy. I'm just a small little fish trying to do stuff, trying to share ideas with people. No, I think it's cool. Like I said, I'm still learning stuff every day as myself. I'm trying to figure out things that work better or figure out things, different ways to do things. So yeah, Michael Williams up here drives an Audi A6. Those are very nice cars.
Are you using flex film?
Yep, Raul Campos. Yep, using Flex Film. We kind of talked about that earlier in the stream. I've been using Flex Film for years. I love the product, so yeah, for sure. Flex Film is usually what gets. Flex Film is my main go-to film. Like I said, I got a couple other films that I do use that I've been using for a while. I trust too, for different reasons. Tint Pro, appreciate it. $4.99 super chat. Hey, Tint Pro, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here to hang out with us. Hey, I'm gonna try to keep it up. As long as I got people like you that support and we can bounce ideas off each other, hey, I would try. I would try to keep it up. I enjoy trying to share my ideas with the world. Hey, I appreciate it. 10 Pro with the super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
What's the most amount of cars you've done in a day?
Cold Front Pinger asked about Max Pro. I've never used Max Pro, so I can't say anything about Max Pro.
I used the horse.
Let's talk about the most amount of cars I've done in one day. You know what? Usually I don't try to book too much because believe it or not, doing a few sedans or something in a day, it will wear you out. You know, and usually I drive 2 hours over there, I drive 2 hour back, a long day. So I mean generally I might go to the Green Bay shop. I might do 4 or 5 sets of fronts for those guys. I might go out to Prestige out in Brilliant. They might have 5 or 6 sets of fronts. You know, sets of fronts aren't that hard. There's been a couple of days where I've done a few sedans. I don't try to do too many sedans. But no, I mean, I don't have a real number, but you know, generally like, you know, maybe 4 cars or something like that is typically where I like to cut it. I don't like to have a whole day booked up of just cars or something. So I try to spread my week out so I'm not really locked into this whole day of cars. But I try to pace myself.
I own a pretty good car though. I want me to send you a pic what it you want?
See, Rage Man, that's true horsepower right there, Wallace. What did Wallace said he'd drive? Wallace Eva's NAS kit.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, right. See, for some reason today I'm getting some crazy messages and I don't know how that all of a sudden came up here, but I'm getting some crazy stuff. All right, guys. Well, hey, it's been an hour. I appreciate you guys being here. Like I said, hopefully next Thursday we can come back and do a little bit of live stream. We got to get back into the Thursday night thing, but I wanted to just come out here and talk tint for a little bit. But you know, it's been an hour. Been out here from 8 till 9, a little bit pressing an hour. So hey, I appreciate you guys stopping in. We're gonna end the live stream, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your week until Thursday. Stay faded. Peace. Thank you guys for the super chats. I greatly appreciate them. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks.
God bless you, brother.